Anyway, that's where all of this comes from. It comes from home movies. I don't think anybody sits around in a movie theater that often anymore. I'll bet professional movie critics don't go to the show. I think they screen all their shit in their house because it's just less time involved and it's easier.
Saying professional critic is kind of a tough one. We don't even know if most of the critics watch the majority of the movies that they write about. We don't know that they're not just simply reading the party line when they get it and told to like.
That's a very good point. I've read a bunch of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never ceases to amaze me that the movies I like the best are the ones that the critics just beat the shit out of for no apparent reason, or for just reasons they just dreamed up because they're not supposed to like a movie that's like this.
Yeah.
Right. 13th Warrior is down here on my list of honorable mentions. I love that movie. I've watched it a dozen times. I just love the thing. There are a few little minor problems with it. It's not a perfect film. But for the thing to be 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, that's
Right.
You guys didn't even watch it. You didn't watch it. You heard Omar Sharif say it was bad. And so you have to agree with the actor that it was bad and that he's embarrassed about it and all this other shit. When the genius of the movie is there's a feeling to that film that's just real important. And I love it. I just love the thing. It was shot on location in British Columbia. The outdoor sets are big and huge and impressive. It looks like Norway. And they spent a bunch of money on the ships, and they spent a bunch of money on the sets and the buildings. And if you've read Michael Crichton's novel, The Eaters of the Dead, that film was based on, there's a whole nother little plot twist in that thing that's not really in the movie because it would have taken too much time. But and that we're going to revisit that because that happens quite a bit. Things get left out that should have been in there. But 13th Warrior is one of my favorite movies, and everybody hated the damn thing that was in a position to review it.
I'd not seen it, or I hadn't even considered it. I don't even know that I knew that it existed until you mentioned it. And then I watched it. I liked it quite a bit. I didn't see anything hateful with it. It was very interesting. It was entertaining. It kept me engaged. You like the characters.
Oh, yeah.
So often when you read a review, look at the person reviewing it. Generally, they're following a script. They've been told what to say, right?
Yeah, they have the same.
They say something
descriptors all the time.
They're going to lose access. Somebody won't give them a little bag of cool stuff when they go to the next premiere. So yeah, it is. It's not being dismissive, but you can read those reviews, and sometimes in what they don't like, it will indicate what you're going to probably like about the movie.
Right.
So they're interesting to read, but they're not indicative of whether the movie's good or bad.
Right.